In our last open community meeting, we were talking a little bit, let's put it this way, on a general level about OPIN, but now we really want to focus on something that a lot of participants last time deemed very interesting, which is TikTok and social media. And before we jump right into that, we will have roughly an hour for this. I would like to ask you to just briefly introduce yourself in the chat, because one of the purposes of these meetings is actually that we build a network and we get in touch and we have the opportunity to exchange also afterwards. So I saw that there are a couple of new people here. So yeah, please just post your name, your organization, where you come from, and maybe what excites you about e-participation, about what your link is in the chat. And this way we can stay in touch afterwards. And now I want to start with our topic for today. We will learn a little bit about the TikTok platform and how to use it for encouraging youth participation, because we've learned that activating young people to actually join a participation process is really the hardest part. And TikTok is one way to motivate people to take part, to present content in a fun and entertaining way, and to get people on board and to get their attention. And Ingrida, who is a dissemination social media professional, will give us a little bit of an input, and I'm very grateful for that, Ingrida, already now. And after Ingrida's input, we will get the time to ask questions, discuss, share our experiences with TikTok, and just start a little bit of a peer-to-peer exchange. And now I'm handing over to Ingrida.
Okay, so I would like to share my screen.
Yes, you can do that. One sec. Now you should be able to do this.
Yeah, you should see my screen.
I can see it very well. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so let's start. My name is Ingrida. I work with communication and marketing projects in different organizations and also with business questions. And last time, people expressed a wish or need to find out more about TikTok. So today we are focusing on this platform. And last time we were talking about, as far as I remember, what about different needs that our targets have. So there is one part that we think that our targets need, for example, to be voiced, take part in our activities, events, or participate in our projects and so on. And last time we agreed that there are much more different wishes and needs that, for example, young people want to like meet new friends, have fun, and so on. And today we are talking about TikTok, which is quite interesting because TikTok already knows your unexpressed wishes or needs. So how come? I would like to share with you a video. It's quite long video, but we are going to watch just around 5-6 minutes. And it was the Wall Street Journal conducted experiment on TikTok and its algorithms. Because TikTok, it seems that has absolutely different technology behind this platform. And that's why this platform is so unique and different from Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, or other social media platforms. So I'm sharing with you a video. So just let me know if everything is okay, because I believe that my internet connection should be good enough for the video, but just in case, I can send the link to the chat.
Okay, has anyone else noticed that your For You page has been a little too accurate lately? It hasn't been things that I'll Google or I talk about. It's been thoughts.
TikTok knows everything about us.
Hold up, don't scroll. Let me ask you something first. Can someone please explain how this algorithm works?
TikTok users often wonder how the world's fastest growing social network seems to know them so well.
TikTok's secretly listening to us while we're watching videos? I don't know.
The answer to how this app gets to know you so intimately is a highly secretive algorithm, long guarded by TikTok's China-based parent company, ByteDance.
TikTok has been so successful in terms of implementing their algorithms.
TikTok's algorithm can influence the thinking of US youth.
To understand how it knows users so well, the Wall Street Journal created over 100 automated TikTok accounts, or bots, that watched hundreds of thousands of videos on the app. We also spoke to current and former executives at the company. Officially, the company says that shares, likes, follows, and what you watch all play a role in what TikTok shows you. We found that TikTok only needs one of these to figure you out: how long you linger over a piece of content. Every second you hesitate or rewatch, the app is tracking you.
Just want to quiet the noise.
Through this one powerful signal, TikTok learns your most hidden interests and emotions and drives you deep into rabbit holes of content that are hard to escape.
Why should you invest in stocks on Etoro?
With Etoro, I can invest in global and local stocks.
My happy guy. Oh, just a happy.
The TikTok experience starts the same way for everyone. Open the app and you'll immediately see an endless string of videos in your For You feed. Take this new user, a 24-year-old from Henry County, Kentucky. TikTok starts by serving the account a selection of very popular videos vetted by app moderators. Is this person religious?
Because I still have a purpose and you still hold a plan for my life.
Do they want to participate in viral dances? Are they feeling down lately?
Just remember, I loved you once, and that love goes for a friend, family, or any relationship.
What TikTok doesn't know is that the 24-year-old from Kentucky isn't a person at all. It's one of the bot accounts programmed by the Wall Street Journal. Let's call it Kentucky 96. We set up these accounts to understand how TikTok figures out your unexpressed interests. We assigned each bot a date of birth and an IP address, which told TikTok their location. None were given a gender. We gave each bot or user interests, but those interests were never entered into the app. The only way our users expressed their interests was by rewatching or pausing on videos with related hashtags or images. Some were into extreme sports. Others were interested in forestry, or dance, or astrology.
I'm not the babysitter, I'm not the parent.
Or some other topic.
Keep scrolling if you hate animals.
For all our accounts, we found that TikTok draws users in at first by serving a wide variety of videos, many with millions of views. Then, as the algorithm sees what you respond to, the selection of videos and the view counts can get lower and lower, with fewer of them vetted by moderators to see if they violate TikTok's terms of service. We reviewed our experiment and its results with a data scientist, an algorithm expert, and Guillaume Chasleau, a former Google engineer who worked on YouTube's algorithm. He's now an advocate for algorithm transparency. He says TikTok is different from other social media platforms.
The algorithm on TikTok can get much more powerful, and it can be able to learn your vulnerabilities much faster.
In fact, TikTok fully learned many of our account's interests in less than 2 hours. Some it figured out in less than 40 minutes.
On YouTube, more than 70% of the views come from the recommendation engine. It's already huge, but on TikTok, it's even worse. it's probably like 95% of the content that is seen that comes from the recommendation engine.
This is a visualization made from hashtags attached to the videos our bots watched. Think of it as a partial view of the universe of TikTok content. Here's where we found dance videos. Over here are the cooking videos. The spindly arms stretching out of the center represent niche content areas. This starts with general videos of cute animals. But if we follow it out to the end, we find more specific videos for enthusiasts of French bulldogs. As Kentucky 96 starts its journey, it starts moving around within the mainstream, where TikTok is trying to puzzle out what it wants. We programmed Kentucky 96 to be interested in sadness and depression. Let's see how long it takes TikTok to figure that out.
Life doesn't happen to you, life happens for you. So if life is taking people away from your life and putting new ones in.
Less than 3 minutes into using TikTok, at its 15th video, Kentucky 96 pauses on this.
And that love goes for a friend, family, or any relationship.
Kentucky 96 watches the 35.
And here I stop. So basically this video ends up the three main ideas that for TikTok platform, it's need just 40 minutes to find out what you are interested in, or you are not, like you don't know yet what you are interested in. The second thing is that there are, I would say that two sides of people. One, people really love TikTok because of its creativity, because of different content, different ways to express yourself, find products and so on. And then there are some people that really hate TikTok because of the content. They usually say that it's a shitty content and so on. So I would say that the second group actually is not true, because the video sums up that actually people end watching videos about astrology, about domestic violence and so on, not because they are really interested in that, but because they stop to watch that, and somehow the algorithm goes around, and in the end we see that shitty content that we didn't want to. But actually the first step is from our side, that we stopped, we watched, and we continue doing that. So that's the answer why you can see like not really meaningful content, basically because you stepped the first step. And the third thing is that the researcher summarizes that we teach algorithms and also technologies different stuff because we want to make our lives easier. For example, when we talk about marketing, how to target specific people that they are going to buy our products, our services, and so on. But in the end, at this moment, algorithms and also technologies teach us back. And it's quite a dangerous situation because we really have to understand what we are doing with those technologies, because we are getting something back. But I don't want to threaten you with this platform, just to understand that it's really powerful platform, and we are not going to use this platform for bad purposes, of course, but it's really interesting and useful to understand those advantages that we can pick from this platform, and maybe to adapt to our projects or our organizations and so on. So I'm coming back to my presentation. So yeah, different research, social media show actually that people are looking for people on social media, and they are looking for real people. And in TikTok case, people are looking for real videos. What I mean by real videos, I feel that for a long time, me, like myself and my colleagues that work with videos, we were quite stressed about the quality. Then you work with video production and this material. We thought that, videos is something that requires high skills, that must be really quality and so on. But actually, the situation with videos changed a lot. Then Instagram launched its stories. Now when we have TikTok, and you don't need to be stressed, for example, if you don't have the right camera, that you don't have, I don't know, the newest iPhone or different models of your mobile phones, it's actually enough to have just something that can record something, and that's enough, to launch and collect many likes, to have followers and so on. So talking about TikTok, as I said, it's quite unique, and the statistics shows that, for example, during 1 year, TikTok became the #1, I would say, platform for different marketers to communicate about their brands. TikTok launched many different tools for products, for services, and actually everything happened just during 1 year, in 1 year. And I believe that the most interesting part is that, as statistics says, that 92% of users globally have taken an action. And youth participation is something that requires taking an action. And that's why I believe that when we talk about OPIN or about Digi Project or others that involve youth participation, that TikTok is even not a channel to communicate or be on, but also that tool that can be used for different ways, but also reaching our goals, for example, with projects, with campaigns, or something like that. So why it's so impressive and unique, once again, it has highly engaged, passionate users. And actually, when we talk about TikTok, and for example, about Facebook, Instagram, and so on, we usually use the word users. But for TikTok, users is not the right word. The right word is community. And usually people from TikTok, from different, groups that, for example, create something on TikTok, they call themselves TikTok community, TikTokers community. And a community, the word as such, is actually a really strong word. Another point to mention is maybe that TikTok from the technical side provides like a full experience of vertical videos. Why this is so important? Because almost all social media platforms already should use vertical content, because many searching or, for example, scrolling or looking for information and so on happens on mobile phones. And that was discovered, many years ago and so on, that, for example, when we post a poster, a news item, or just a simple post on Facebook, actually we should post those huge vertical posts, materials. The same with Instagram. We should avoid horizontal photos, horizontal visuals, and everything must go in vertical material. But what I noticed from my experience, for example, I cannot force my clients or those organizations that I work with, for example, to post vertical post on Facebook, because they say that it's strange, it's stupid, it doesn't seem like it should be. And I cannot do that. And that's the answer why TikTok beats those social media, because on TikTok you cannot provide a different kind of the content. Of course, you can put the horizontal video, but it doesn't make any sense. And it's like a unique selling point for TikTok, and also seems that in the end, users like those vertical content materials. So I always try to remind this example that for those organizations that work with Instagram and Facebook, that hey, we should, you know, use different kind of materials and so on, but I cannot, especially youth workers that work with PPT and so on. And for example, for me personally, I prefer horizontal content, but because I work with PPT presentations and so on, and I believe that the same happens with youth workers or others that work with youngsters. And I feel that we started talking about TikTok more often after the first lockdown, because after this situation happened, TikTok launched a unique hashtag campaign called Learn on TikTok. And that was the moment then the biggest networks and also nonprofit organizations came to TikTok, because everyone understood that, hey, we can provide bite-sized learning in 15 minutes or 50 seconds or 30 seconds. And it was, I would say, the point, the edge, then everyone understood that, okay, TikTok is not just for fun or just, you know, watching dogs and cats videos, but it also can be for organizations, networks, maybe for social campaigning and so on. And that was the moment then, for example, tech companies also came to this platform and started creating the content. At this moment, you can upload longer videos till 3 minutes. And actually, I'm a little bit impressed how TikTok brings back old good stuff. Like, for example, if you remember, there was really popular to have those The Day With Me blogs on YouTube, but now it's quite like, meh, it's not so interesting anymore, like blogging about your daily routine on YouTube. But actually with this, I don't remember if last time I told you about these longer videos. I believe that I was saying that I'm not sure yet about those longer videos, because TikTok community was quite angry because 15 and 30 seconds was something unique for TikTok, and it seems that it's enough, you know, to provide the message, because people hate long videos. But it seems that this step from a TikTok side was worth of that angriness from people, because I see that now people are doing like really longer stories, longer videos, and it is something like, as I mentioned, something all from the past about daily routines, or just having and telling longer stories or communicating, I don't know, for example, about situations and so on. And also TikTok brought again to the world flash mobs. For example, then I started participating in youth projects, in youth organizations. Flash mob was something. But when I became a youth information worker, I don't know, that would be a mistake, you know, to organize a flash mob, because nobody would come, because it was so old-fashioned and not a trend anymore. But now flash mobs are trending right now. So I will show after the presentation some examples. And because there is one guy which who brought these practices on TikTok, and also to different organizations. Yeah, so basically TikTok offers 4 tools how you can provide your content. So for example, you can buy ads that you would be on top of the view. For example, then you just open the TikTok that your video, your content would be the first one to show. Then you can integrate different ads, or just not talking about paid ways of content, but just to imagine that you have to put your content just among different videos, and that's all. But the most interesting ones are hashtag challenges, and also branded effects, or effects in general. Why? Because the first two are like the first two, top view and videos that are appearing in the feed that you upload and just appear, requires your effort. But hashtag challenges and also effects require to engage. And TikTok is all about engagement. So for example, it's always, I would say, better to come up with the idea of hashtag challenge. For example, why people and what people should do with, I don't know, open me hashtag, or for example, Digi hashtag, or youth participation hashtag. Maybe they need to, I don't know, replicate the dance. Maybe they need to answer your question. Maybe they need to use a specific effect or something like that, in order, to expecting to those people engage to your content. Because while people are engaging through hashtags or effects, they are multiplying your content. And that content is seen among different users. And it's really like a cheap way. When I say cheap, I mean, because today we are not talking about paid media or about paid solutions. We are just talking about content and basics. When I say cheap, I mean like with no money, and also with, I don't know, paying a lot of efforts or time for your content. Maybe you can just come up with idea for hashtag, and that's all. Of course, then you have to think about how to, plan and deliver that hashtag, because you cannot say, just tell people that, okay, use youth participation and that's all. But basically, it's enough, to have a small element, even not creating the content as such. And now I will show you a really short video for small businesses, and also I would say for organizations that different TikTokers would like to see. So I'll watch again. And by the way, TikTok launched a new section, learning. So for example, if you want to learn something about TikTok, actually you can open just different videos, and I don't know, in 5 or 3 minutes, learn something about TikTok.
The number one rule is definitely be yourself.
We always think about not just how do we make products that fit your lifestyle, but how do we create a brand that really reflects the world that you live in. And I think TikTok is not just a really great vehicle towards getting towards that feeling, but I think it's a really great way to have people find you and then really build a relationship and then nurture it over time.
I think that using music, using dance, using some sort of choreography or rhythms to how we're teaching our skin regimens, it makes it feel more personal.
In real estate, it's location, location, location. With TikTok, it's post, post, post.
If you're just starting out on TikTok and you have a business, no matter the size, small or large, you want to gain enough followers by doing and creating authentic content so people see what you're doing and they like what you're doing. That means they're going to engage with you.
They have ideas for you to already look at that you can copycat or like add your own mix to it and stuff like that. It really gives people a sense of like your personality or the personality of the company as a whole. and it makes it more engaging and more fun.
Yeah, and it's funny because this video is for businesses that are willing, to pay money to buy ads, and TikTok says don't make ads, make TikToks, the content. So it's quite funny because even the TikTok doesn't recommend buying ads, or rather making the content. Yeah, so when we are talking about communication and also marketing activities, we have this two terms like hard selling versus creative ways of selling. So rationalists would say that, for example, I have a product, I have a service, you should buy that because it's good. But where is the product? There is a client, just buy. And then there are poets that are more creative people, and they try to build an emotional bond between consumers and brands. So, and I believe for youth workers and everyone that works in the youth field, we don't have this luxury to be the rationalist because it's too simple and it doesn't work. I don't know, just in some cases, when you have, I don't know, really popular project or popular tool or something like that. But usually we have this torture, to be a poet and think about different ways how to communicate for young people in order to join, to try, to come and become a part of the work that we do. And last time I remember that I finished with you the thought that share your challenge with young people. And I always say the same to people, to organizations that are, I don't know, having, for example, a new project, a new campaign, and they are thinking about launching a new Facebook page or Instagram. And then I say, like, stop. I don't believe that you have human resources for, double work on social media. It's better to have just one channel, for example, Facebook, and then think about your partnering organizations, about young people as a channels that you can send the content, that you can agree that it will be shared and something like that, but don't create your own profiles pages that are going to die, I don't know, after 2 years that the project finishes. But with TikTok, I would say that be the challenge for young people. And for a long time, I was thinking, okay, so what to do with TikTok? Because international partners from different projects are asking about TikTok. So what should we do? Like also to use as a channel to, I don't know, to identify different young people, but on TikTok, it's quite hard. Just make a research. For example, on Instagram, it's much easier, to research those main, I don't know, local influencers or something like that. On TikTok, it's not so easy, to track or to find out what you really need. I mean, talking about people. So I came up with the answer that, I would recommend organizations to create their own TikToks. Because from my experience, what I noticed that it's not time consuming. For example, if I pay, I don't know, 10 minutes per day for just scrolling TikTok, I'm not active TikTok user. I mean that I'm not dancing and creating my own content, but I'm on this platform because I'm looking at different ideas and in order to be up to date with everything what is happening on social media. But I noticed that for me, it's enough to take just 10 minutes per day that I would know the biggest trends, dances, sound effects, effects in general, challenges and so on. Really, 10 minutes, it's enough. And actually, it's impossible with Facebook or Instagram. What I noticed that, for example, I manage 17 different business pages. And for me, it's impossible to take just 10 minutes to understand what Facebook changes every month. Because Facebook, for me, it's becoming like quite complicated tool, especially for businesses. And last week, I even took paid training courses for Facebook. And like I worked with Facebook for 10 years, I don't know, but I still have to take training courses, and it costs, money, it costs my time and so on and efforts. And for example, about Instagram also, it's not enough to just, pay 10 minutes and to be ready to prepare like really quality content that Instagram requires. But for TikTok, it's enough to pay just 10 minutes during the day to be up to date to everything what is happening on TikTok. So yeah, if you are still thinking that, okay, so what should we do and don't do with TikTok? I would say, let's launch your profile, your organization profile, or not necessary organizational account, because TikTok is about the creativity. So I will explain and maybe show different examples that are maybe even better solutions for instead of organizational accounts. So why we talk about TikTok, I thought that it's important to mention the main statistics. It was interesting for me to see those trending countries, and I see that, for example, Germany is like top 3 countries. So guys, you have to think about TikTok in your country with your projects and so on. I was a little bit surprised because in general, TikTok has more male users, but then I checked European TikTok users, and then I found out, yeah, that's the feeling I have, that still in European context, we have more females. Then I checked the proportion of users that are under 18, and it's really impressive. For example, France, Italy, and Spain, 1/3 of users are under 18. Then you have to count that we say that young people on European agenda is still 30. So just imagine that basically this platform is, I believe, at this moment, almost majority of that is about young people in general. And this is the most followed accounts on TikTok. So don't worry if you don't know anyone. I believe that everyone knows Will Smith. So 1 out of 10, it's still a score, yeah. But it happens with, I don't know, everyone, nobody knows the most popular TikTokers that don't work with TikTok, or I don't know, don't use for personal stuff. Yeah, and then I really wanted to connect with youth participation and even our project. So I came up with an example, and this example is from our pilots. There was the situation, then a new recreational center was planned in the municipality. Our partner organization turned to local high school for support and gave a brief on what OPIN platform is and how it works. And then pupils could provide their wishes, discussions, and so on. And I believe that they voted and so on. And now we are having the situation that, if I'm not lying, I know that we have this partner, but as far as I read, we are having the situation that young people will be invited to give further input and vote on the best ideas that have been gathered so far using the idea collection tool on OPIN. So it is still like a process. And my question is, okay, so how to expand this news that people can give their further input or something like that. So I created an example, what I did. It's a really simple example, but I want to show you. So yeah, there is one popular woman on TikTok. She's called Lorena Pages. I'm not sure if you know this lady or not, because those who love pets, they know Lorena Pages. And Lorena Pages record her voice in order, you know, to imitate her cat, this one, the white one. And she creates like different funny conversations with her cat, or basically what cat thinks about her. And she's really popular on TikTok. Many people use her sounds on their videos with their cats, with their pets, and so on. So I decided to use her voice, and now you will see the original video.
Okay, I can't figure out who's cuter, you or you. That's pretty darn cute. I cannot decide. Let's see you again. Oh my goodness, this is too cute. I can't do it. I can't do it. Okay, I can't.
Yeah, so that was an original video. Then I find that people do that not just with their
Okay,
pets.
I can't figure out who's cuter, you or you. That's pretty darn cute. I cannot decide. Let's see you again. Oh my goodness, this is too cute. I can't do it. I can't do it. Okay, I can't figure out who's.
And this account, this person added the poll that her friends, you know, can vote and decide. It's quite popular on Instagram. Then people are asking questions about outfits or what should I buy, which is better, and so on. So then I decided that maybe I can replicate that.
Okay, I can't figure out who's cuter, you or you. That's pretty darn cute. I cannot decide. Let's see you again. Oh my goodness, this is too cute. I can't do it. I can't do it.
And the idea behind should be that I have, you know, two options. For example, one suggestion, what pupils want of their playground, and then the second, for example, I don't know, example, what the playground should look like. And then I'm showing you super simple how videos are edited on TikTok. It's super simple.
Okay, I can't figure out who's cuter, you or you. That's pretty darn cute. I cannot decide. Let's see you again. Oh my goodness, this is too cute. I can't do it. I can't do it. Okay, I can't figure out who's cuter, you or you. That's pretty darn cute. I cannot decide. Let's see you again. Oh my goodness, this is too cute. I can't do it. I can't do it. Okay, I can't figure out who's cuter, you or you. That's pretty darn cute. I cannot decide. Let's see you again. Oh my goodness, this is too cute. I can't do it. I can't do it. Okay, I can't figure out who's cuter, you. Goodness, this is too cute. I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh my goodness, this is too cute. Not decide. I can't. You. That's pretty darn cute. I cannot decide. Let's see you again. Oh my.
Yeah, and then I added like a GIF, you know, to be more visual and so on. And then basically I'm creating the caption. You know, just imagine that, for example, I am a classmate and I am asking my peers like help. I need to decide on an idea, but I don't know. What guys do you think, which idea is better for my school and so on? And of course, you have to use the right hashtags. So for example, this activity could be like really, I believe, replicated or organized with the future pilots. Then you involve and give a task for, I don't know, like for pupils that, okay, let's discuss with your peers, collect results on polls or something like that. Of course, they can do much more, but it was like the most simplest way. And now I will show the last examples that can be also replicated, because I see that we are running a little bit out of time. So for example, talking about OPIN platform, I believe that this example could be like really one of the best.
Teaches you how to create a resume, design a poster, etc., all with Google tools. It's free. Let me show you how. You're going to go to Applied Digital Skills with Google.com and browse lessons, and you'll see that there's hundreds of different lessons that will teach you how to create anything within Google Products. Infographics, quizzes, posters, even photojournal. It's easy, free, and it gives you lesson certifications you can put on your resume. Try it out and let me.
And it's just 15 seconds. So everyone can, present open platform, what people can find there. And it's simple. It doesn't require any editing or something like that. Just record yourself on the screen. Many people say that I don't like talking to the camera. It's okay, because now TikTok has a function that you can add the robot voice. Just type what you want to say, and it voices you up. And I was thinking about that. It's actually like a good platform for all inclusion aspects, because you can add sound, you can add text, you can add voice robots and so on. So everyone can basically read, hear, or see your content. Then I will show you one of my favorite TikTokers. And it's a nice example then not just seeing people appear on TikTok.
Don't date any men, and you will have no problems, and you will be happier person. Don't.
So it's a grandma Droniak that provides different advice, and that's like just a question and a short answer. That's all. That's what everything you need. And then talking about the flash mobs. So Bob, the guy, brought flash mobs again to the world. Yeah, and I believe that this can be, the final activity of your event, or even replicated on Zoom, because it was quite popular during lockdowns that different school classes were like doing flash mobs via their cameras on Zoom. So it can be replicated on that too. Yeah, and basically that's all from me. Just if you would like to, I don't know, like research or see more, not a shitty content, but I cannot, answer if you are not going to get that. But you can check two hashtags, learn on TikTok and tech talk. These hashtags are the most useful for me, because I found like different websites and different examples that, for example, our projects can be replicated and how it can be presented. So yeah, that's all from my side, and we have like 7 minutes to close up.
That's right. Thank you so much, Ingrida, for this great presentation. I learned so much. And before we start discussing, maybe Owen, you can post a link to the Padlet in the chat, because I think we don't have that much time left. And then you can just post your questions there, and we will keep them in a safe place. And then we can maybe answer them in a different meeting later, because this was so much, Ingrida. So yeah. But maybe someone has an urgent question they want to ask right now. So the floor is open. Or feedback, go ahead.
I have one question.
Please.
How can we reach people on certain area, like in one municipality? That's not possible, probably, locally.
Basically, hashtags. Because, for example, if, for example, me, I don't follow Lithuanians. I don't follow anyone on TikTok, but I still see Lithuanian content, and I still see the content from Vilnius, because I guess that TikTok caught me watching like more videos from Vilnius or Lithuania. So basically, if you add hashtags, it's going to show for your location.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Let me see if there are any. Okay. Then I would have one question, Ingrida, to you. How long does it take you to create a little video like that? It looked super quick when you did it, but yeah, can you just give a rough idea? How long does it take to get from an idea to the actual video?
Like that example that I showed, it took 5 minutes. 5 minutes, but yeah, I was somehow forced, because I wanted to show, not just to talk about TikTok, but show like a real example on our project. So I don't know, I was just, standing in the shower, then I came up with the idea that, okay, Lorena Pages, that is something that can be used. And it's actually a quite smart move to use Lorena Pages, because those people that are obsessed about the cats, dogs, and pets, everyone knows Lorena Pages. And if you are using the sound from her, definitely it will be tracked, and you will reach much more people in general when, for example, creating your own sound or adding just a music, because I could, add just a soundtrack. But yeah, the sound effects, I didn't show you effects, but it's super easy. Yeah, actually everything is so easy on TikTok that you don't need to have any skills for editing. And you can upload like not really quality videos, and it still performs.
Thanks for that. Yeah, what I'm taking away from it is really that it's all about having fun with it and being playful. And I think that is really a great idea, because, we're thinking a lot about political deliberation and participation. We're talking about serious things, but here you've got something that is, it made me laugh a lot, and that's so much fun. And yeah, I think that's quite impressive. So thanks for that. Any other questions? Or are we just a little like too much information, that much content?
I would just add something that we have searched the TikTok as a tool that we could use in our daily work or the promotion of some activities and everything. but it remains still as a challenge for us. I don't know, maybe we are not so creative, or maybe we are too serious to I don't know, upload some a video from the activity, or we think that the content it might be inappropriate in the way like how we do want to present the project, and there are a lot of question marks about us, and still like we are keeping TikTok away like from our daily work. But I think it is a good way that we could use in our campaigns, for example, like online campaigns, and like to be short video the statements of young people, or just to capture like some moment from the activity. Yeah, I think this was very educated for us, like to see the logic how TikTok is function. But I think, yes, in the upcoming period, we're gonna grab that challenge and try at least with some video on the campaign, for sure.
My advice would be just start with your cat, or start with your dog, or start with illustration of, I don't know, potatoes, talking cups, or something like that. Because I know for me, for example, it is also a challenge, you know, to record myself, because I become like really static, like really professional, and it's not something that TikTok needs. But you can, you know, take an illustration, you can change your voice, you can change even the accent if you want. You can use, you don't need to use your voice. For example, you can use just typing, but adding the voice of the robot. And I believe that it could be the start. Because the worst thing that can happen in my organization, our communication lead tried to force our colleagues to use TikTok, showing like organizational life. It was awful, because it was awful. Like now everyone is afraid of TikTok, especially our like guys, because they were forced to dance and so on, and it's not something that we are into. So it's not about forcing yourself that you cannot, maybe even, you know, because something requires skills, but there are so many ways on TikTok, you know, to feel comfortable. So you just need to discover that.
Yeah, thank you. Those were wonderful closing words, because now our time is up. But I think we should definitely continue this discussion about TikTok, and at least in the Digi project, I think we should definitely contemplate this and maybe create a couple of videos, and maybe then we can also present them in one of the upcoming community meetings. I think that would be great. But yeah, I think for now, we are done. We will send out information about the next community meeting via our email list. I think most of you should already be on it. And yeah, thanks a lot, Ingrida, for this lovely presentation. I hope everyone is going out of it with a lot of ideas for some kind of video and something fun.